Alright guys, I'm coming back with another deck tech, and it's actually an update to the Blitz that I did. I went to the locals a few days ago, and I actually got a few cards I've been wanting to get for it for a while, and like I said, it's still a budget build. It's only going to cost you, maybe at most maybe $50. And the cards I got, they were all in the dollar bin, and commons and uncommons and stuff. So, and it has definitely improved the deck by a lot. It's way faster, and it feels more like Gruul now, like I wanted it to. But I still wanted to run those green-black creatures that I liked, like Dragmangler. And we'll go ahead and get right into it with the creatures. Alright, so 3 new creatures that I got. Experiment 1, and it's the 1-drop green 1/1 that has evolve on it, which is really good. Turn 1, and then turn 2 Flint Hoof Boar or 2/2 or something like that evolves it, and then later on you get a 3/3 or whatever, and it evolves again. Especially if you have multiples of them on the field, they all trigger. And it's got evolve, and you can remove 2 of the +1/+1 counters on it to regenerate it. All right, and then I have a play set of Rakdos Cackler. 1-drop 1/1 with Unleash. And 4 Burn Tree Emissary. When it comes on the field, you get a red and a green, which, just combo that in with stuff like Flint Hoof Boar, which I run 3 of those. 2-drop 2/2, pay a red, give it haste. If you control a mountain, it's a 3/3. Alright, and now I got 2 of these, which I bought out there too. 2 Lightning Maulers. It costs 1 in red and has Soulbond, and as long as it's paired with another creature, both creatures get haste. So when it comes on the field, I can give something haste and it haste, and then when something else comes out, I can give that haste, which is good. Decent run too. And then, of course, the 4 Dragmangler. This is just my budget pick. Like if you were running Blitz and you had the Boros Reckoners in there, this I feel like is just as good to me. And then I got 4 of these Gore Clan Rampager. I said it right. And it's a 4-cost 4/4 trample, but it has a blood rush of 1 green and a red, and you give target creature +4/+4, and it gains trample. And that's what normally gets used for, is blood rush, unless I'm in a pinch. Alright, now we're going to move on to the spells. Alright, still running 2 Rancor. Alright, now I'm running a playset of Giant Growth. Just shenanigans. Just turn your creatures into 5s or whatever. And then I have 1 Fido Burst. It's a 1 and a green sorcery, and it gives target creature +5/+5. And you'll find yourself not really having a problem with using sorceries, because all the stuff that you're doing is normally on your turn. You're just constantly keeping the life totals going down. And then I run 1 Titanic Growth. This is the instant speed version of that, basically, except it's +4/+4. Sometimes you might catch yourself having to beef up your own creatures to destroy a nuisance, And then finally got 4 of these. Got 4 Madcap skills, which I am just in love with. It's a 1 in a red cost enchantment, and the enchanted creature gets +3/+0. Can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. So I think that's just devastating in a Blitz type deck. And then for the lands, we have this. I bought this, the only one they had. I need 1 more. Cassie Wolf Run. It's shiny, but you can't tell. And it's a land that you can tap it and pay X and a green or red and give target creature +X/+0 and gains trample. This also helps out with the Blitz deck. and then 2 Overgrown Tomb. Like I said, it's a budget build, and I didn't pay for these. They were gifts. You can run 4 Golgari Guild Gates instead if you want to keep it going. But we also got to remember this: back in the day when there wasn't 3 sets of standard legal dual lands, people was all right with using just regular lands. So yeah, I think you can also try to figure out your mana situation where it keeps the speed and keeps the curve going. Alright, and then 2 Golgari Guild Gates. And then 1 Woodland Cemetery. Another gift. Like I said. That'll probably be where most of your money would go if you wanted to go on this exact same build, would be those Overgrown Tombs. And then 4 Rootbound Crag. And then 3 Gruul Guild Gates. Then we run 3 Rakdos Guild Gates. I just didn't feel like putting my Dragon Skull Summits in there because I love my Rakdos deck, or my black and red deck rather. 1, 2, 3, 4 Force. 1, 2, 3 Mountains. And 1 Swamp. And I have a sideboard for it now as well, which is also good. I got 2 Cyan Bloods. If I feel like I need, if the game needs something to keep my gas in the tank, going against those control matchups where they're getting rid of my stuff, I need to draw in. That's always good. Along with this, Underworld Connections. Pay 1, 2 black, enchant land, and you can tap that land and pay 1 life and draw a card, which is definitely awesome. And then 4 Slitherheads. I like this guy a lot. He's a good chump blocker. Also, you'll sometimes put stuff on him too and just freak out your opponent. Like, why in the world? I'm not going to block that. I don't want him to have the 1/1 counter. So, and then 1 more Titanic Growth. And then we run 3 Golgari Charms. This works really good against token decks. Kill all the tokens. And also if there's they just have an artifact, or if they have an enchantment that's winning them the game, the enchantment-based deck, that's good. Also, if you just attack all in, this is also a good combat trick to save your creatures because you can regenerate them all and then have that next turn too. Now run 1 Abrupt Decay, which was also a gift. So I put it in there for sure, just a 1 of in case if I also need to destroy some other kind of enchantment maybe, or a creature. Then I run 3 Clan Defiance. Pay X in a red and a green, and then you can choose 1 or more of this effect. So basically you're going to do all of them more than likely. It deals X damage to target creature with flying, creature without flying, and to target player. Do this, normally you pay, this spell comes out for 3, so it's normally you're paying 5 for this spell, and you can kill Nighthawk with it, which is a nuisance for this deck, and you can kill any other 3/3. You could get rid of a Boros Reckoner, which is also good, and then do 3 to them. The deck works pretty well. It has gotten significantly faster. I'm winning turn 4 and 5 just constantly. It's really, really consistent. It's doing what it's supposed to do, and it hasn't let me down yet. I need to take it to an F&M and play test it to get more, just more proof that it does work well, and play test it with a few people up there and make sure it goes good up against a whole bunch of different kinds of decks. Because I know it does very good against all my decks over here, which a few of them are mid-range. A few of my decks are mid-range, but even my Esper deck, it's pretty fast too. I mean, it's not this fast, but it can hang, and it's beat this deck before. But This one's still this normally just because sometimes I got a little bit of a mana screw, you know, and I haven't gotten mana screw with this deck that often either. So if the mana base is a option for you, you can do this mana option. This mana works very well with this deck, like surprisingly very well. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the deck. I'll bring you more budget decks. Thanks for watching.